You are live on YouTube. Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday morning. It's 5:11 a.m., so we're a couple minutes early. It's 70 degrees here in Hampstead. Comfortable outside. They just wrapped up the road work, so I believe our journey down to Lenny's will not include a backup from the traffic. Should be good. Let's get Rosie going.
Connected to YouTube Livestream WWDR69GO2E0. Connected to YouTube Livestream WWDR69GO2E0.
There you go. All right. Audio's good. Camera's on. Everything's good. Here we go. Lights on. Seatbelts. Let's back this thing up. Let's go out and pursue some happiness. Here we go. So we've got 3 deliveries today. We have Lenny's, the Gourmet Girls, and WhatADay. And they're all in the van. So we just have one circle to make for those 3 establishments. Normally, Gourmet Girls gets a delivery on Thursdays, but I think they have I think one of the things
Fred
in there.
Wagner says, "Good morning, Rosie."
Good morning. I think they had a special cake order that they needed delivered for today. So they're getting, normally they get some rainbow cakes. They had a couple of things every Thursday. And we'll be delivering that today. So we don't have to go there tomorrow. What do they get? They get rainbow cakes and they get, these little packages of sugar cookies that they sell. So they are the 3 deliveries we got today. WhatADay has 112. It's 112 donuts. So they're still, I mean, that's a pretty normal size order for them. And then Lenny's has the normal. So there was some question about whether I'd need to go up and get donuts today, but we decided we do not need to do that. So just got our deliveries to do, and then we're good. So what's going on, Fred? How are you? Good morning. Oh, you know what? We do need to get gas today. I'm going to have to stop and get gas today.
Fred Wagner says, "Just woke up about 30 minutes ago."
It's a new day for Fred. When did I wake up? I woke up 3 hours ago. About 3 hours ago. I always wake up like 5 minutes, 10 minutes before my alarm.
Fred Wagner says, "Wanting to go back to sleep but wide awake now."
Yeah. It's good. It's good to stay up. I don't like I'm not a snooze person. Like I don't. Once I get up in the morning, I gotta stay up. I never hit the snooze alarm. And I usually don't like to lay down again. Because I find that what happens to me is if I go back to sleep, if I hit the snooze, which I never do, I never, ever, ever hit the snooze alarm, ever. But if I go back to sleep, if I wake up and I'm kind of like, I lay there for a minute and then for whatever reason fall back to sleep, when I wake up the second time, it doesn't feel right. I don't feel as rested as I did the first time, even though I might have gotten another half an hour or hour of sleep. Guess what? I'm just remembering now that once again, I didn't bring any duct tape. Actually, today I was kind of thinking that I might have to go up to Weaver's, which I don't. But because I was thinking that was a possibility, I wasn't thinking about, let me go work on the van. Oh, look, that big truck up there, it's Utz. So they came down from Hanover. They would have come down from that plant or near that plant that we see. Look at this guy next to me. What are you doing? Go. I don't know what you're doing. We're in like a whole cluster of cars. There isn't a whole lot of place you can go. And he was riding like right next to me as we were coming to it's a tight squeeze in that one. I've made the mistake of trying to pass a truck in that little section, and it's not good. It doesn't work out well. So it was raining a little bit overnight. We definitely had rain. And then on my way up to the bakery, it was drizzling. So I don't know. It doesn't look like it rained at all up here. The road is completely dry. But I bet when we get down closer to Lenny's, I would think that the roadway is still going to be wet. You know, I noticed recently that when I'm in YouTube and like I'm looking at my homepage with the suggested videos, that it includes, I seem to be, I have started seeing a lot more suggested videos that are from channels that are relatively new, or they have very few subscribers, which is cool. I mean, it's kind of, I never really saw that many before. I feel like I'm seeing more. Like yesterday. So yesterday, I saw this, of course, it's the thumbnail that kind of grabs your attention. Like, all right, what's this guy going to be talking about? So there was this guy it was just like a face shot. And it was something about questioning your existence or something. So I'm like, all right, let me see what this is about. So I open it up, and I was actually quite fascinated. This is where my mind goes all the time. So like I could relate to his name was like Ross something. Starts with a C. Ross.
Fred Wagner says, did the U.S. win the other night?
No, they didn't. They didn't. I didn't watch it. I hadn't watched any games. So I started watching it, and it was against Belgium. And so I started watching it. I got up, and within the first 8 or 10 minutes or something, Belgium had a goal. And I'm like, oh, this isn't good. So I thought, I'm not going to watch anymore because they did fine when I wasn't watching. Maybe I'm a jinx. So I didn't watch any more of it, but they didn't win. So I'm kind of glad, that whole controversy over the red card. Did you see them dealing with that? So I'm kind of glad that the player who had been told he wasn't going to be able to play, and then they overruled that and let him play. I'm glad they let him play, because if we had lost and he wasn't in the game, everybody would have thought, oh, well, if it wasn't for that bad call, blah, blah, blah. It would have been a whole big thing. But the fact that he was in the game, and he's apparently a very strong player. I don't know the players at all, so I don't know good versus a bad player, but he must have been one of the best. And the fact that he was in and we still lost, at least, the Belgian team can be like, all right, we played their best team. There was no advantage, or, perceived advantage. So I'm glad that ruling went the way it did before the game. And I think Belgium, that team should have been. I heard they were not terribly. They weren't the greatest winners. I think they made a few snarky comments, which you normally don't do when you win. If you win, just let it go. But I think they had a few non-positive things to say. But yeah, they did lose. And what is the deal? I think this is true. Tell me if this is true. Soccer players have a reputation for, like, anytime they like bump into each other on the field or knock each other over for, even if it's accidental, anytime they have some sort of physical altercation and somebody falls over, they get all dramatic. Do they always do that? They'll like go to, they'll grab their leg and act like they're in agony. Do they always do that? Because it's just kind of silly. I mean, I know they're trying to get a penalty against the person who did it to them. But as far as I could tell, they do it every time. Even if they just fall over, they would act like, they do this whole act like they're in horrible pain and they've been, practically killed. And maybe I'm wrong, but that's the way it looked to me. And I was like, why do they do that? I'm going to start doing that. Like with anything that happens to me. If I'm in line at the grocery store and somebody busts in front of me, I'm going to be like, oh, no.
Donna says, yes, I have heard that. Back to questioning existence. Now Fred Wagner says it's called flopping. Now Fred Wagner
Flopping?
says trying to get penalties.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Flopping. I mean, it's kind of like, crying wolf, though, right? Like, if you really were hurt, how do you know if the guy's really hurt or not? You don't. You think everybody's about, in horrible shape. I don't know. After a while, when you're watching the game, it's like, all right. So everybody's going to exaggerate their pain. It goes against my philosophy that you never want to let them know you're hurt, Like, that's my philosophy. My philosophy is don't let them see you in pain. Oh, yeah, so I'm sorry, Donnie, you're right. So the guy with the philosophy thing. So his name is Ross. I can't think of his last name right now. Starts with a C. Chassler or Castler or something like that. But anyway, he lives in Massachusetts, and he's basically trying to figure out what is reality. And I got like totally, and he was very serious. And the one that I saw first, of course, I watched a couple of his videos, although he hasn't posted a video in a month, so I don't know if he's like done. He posted videos for like, it looks like 2 or 3 months in a row. He was posting videos like every now and then, and he hasn't posted one for a month, so maybe he's done. He only had like a total of less than 20 videos, so it wasn't like he had a huge history. But anyway, and he only had like 20 or 25 subscribers, so he's not a big channel, but it was very interesting. I mean, he definitely has skills as far as talking to the camera. Wait a minute, we're behind this Utz truck. We're behind the slowest potatoes on the East Coast right now. I think I've lost my chance. I can't go over there. We're just going to have to suck it up. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I watched the video. I think it was like 10 minutes long. It wasn't long. And he's questioning, like, he was talking about how his father died when he was 12 years old. And I think that was the other thing that, like, caught my attention. So his father died when he was 12 years old. It was very, he struggled with that, and he's like that kind of thing. But he's really trying to figure out what, what is basically like, what is life all about? Like, are we in like, he does believe in God and and all of that. I mean, he's got a religious background. He's questioned it because of especially when his dad died, he went through a tough time. But anyway, so he's talking and it was very interesting. So I thought, all right, well, let me go. So I put a comment because I thought, well, no, he doesn't have a lot of subscribers. So I added a comment, gave him a thumbs up, and I thought, well, let me go look at his channel and see what what he's doing. So I pull up the channel, and he's also like into meditation, which I find kind of interesting. I don't know. I've tried to meditate, and I know I could if I really, really focused on it, but I've never gotten that far. Like I try, and my mind I can't like erase my mind. It doesn't stop. So, but I do want to be able to meditate. So I was interested in that. So he's talking about meditation. Well, he's got a few videos out there where he's basically sitting there. He's meditating. This is like a 20-minute video, and I watched one. Yes, I did. But he's sitting there and he's meditating, but he's talking. So he's like talked over the film, and he's like explaining what he's thinking about and meditating and all this kind of thing. It was interesting. And there's some guy out there named Dr. Joe. I wish I knew these last names. I'll have to put a note in the description or something if you want to know what this guy is, if you care, because I can't think of the last names. But he's apparently watching some guy who talks about meditation and talks about the fact that you shouldn't dwell at all in the past. Get over that and start, live in the present, that kind of thing. So his underlying message was very good. But I don't know why, sometimes you're like, I wonder why YouTube put this video on my homepage. I wasn't looking up anything about meditation. I wasn't questioning the meaning of life. I mean, I do occasionally, but I hadn't been doing it recently enough to be in my algorithm. I'll look him up though. I'll get you his last name. Oh, and in the one video that I looked at where he was meditating, so he's sitting by a stream and he's just sitting still. He's not moving a muscle. He's just sitting there. But get this, wait for it. He's in a clown suit. He's sitting in the woods by a stream wearing a clown suit. And he's meditating. And I watched it. But I actually liked it. I actually did like it. It's a very positive message. He has a very positive message. He's very...
Donna says I have trouble meditating too. I tried guided meditation. Lots of videos on YouTube.
Yeah, well, that's what he was talking about, this guy. That's where this Dr. Joe somebody must do that online. He must have guided meditations, because I think that's where he's got help learning to meditate. I would like to be able to do it, because my morning routine, although here's the other thing about it, I don't have a lot of stuff I can add to my morning routine. I get up, I feed AJ. I do every morning. I write I journal. I write 3 things that I'm grateful for. Every morning I do that. 3 things. At least, but I usually just do 3 things. Then I get online, I look at the weather, see what's going on with the weather. I might check out a YouTube thing here and there. But one of the things that I've heard people say is it's good to like clear your mind in the morning and meditate for 5 or 10 minutes. And I just have a hard time doing it. Maybe that's why God sent me that YouTube. Maybe it's like, oh, all right, I'm going to help you out. The person, because this guy was a strong proponent of meditation. And I guess one of the things he was talking about was like, where do your thoughts come from? You know? Like, are we making up our thoughts? Like, where do your thoughts come from? Like any thought. And he was talking about how your mind doesn't, and some of this stuff I've heard before, but it's worth thinking about. Like, your mind doesn't really know the difference.
Donna says meditation is very beneficial in my opinion. I have to think about the ocean or a stream. Now Fred Wagner says by having way too much time on my hands.
You have way too much time on your hands? Oh, then you should meditate. Fred, you should you should be meditating. I don't know. I'm gonna try to meditate though. I really am. I'm gonna try it. I think maybe I put too much pressure on myself. Like, I'm expecting it to be some kind of perfect meditation experience where I think you have to get better at it. You know what I mean? Like, I do have a tough time turning my brain off. But, you know, so maybe when I start, I just don't turn it off.
Donna says I like the concept of flow, getting lost in a task or activity.
Yeah, and you don't even know. Time's going by. Yeah, he was pretty interesting. And he was going to, like, the whole purpose of his channel was to just document his progress as he tries to, you know, figure out the meaning of life. It sounds funny, but it was a couple of good videos. I hope he's still going to do it. I left a comment, and then I think he liked my comment, but I don't think, or somebody liked my comment. I assume it was him. But I don't think he didn't reply to my comment, so I don't know.
Donna says meditation is hard because when you clear your mind, it leaves room for thought to intrude.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like, you know, what do you, when somebody tells you don't think about an elephant? Well, of course you're going to think about an elephant. It's the same kind of thing. When you think, I can't think about anything, well, then you're going to think of something. it's There's no stopping it.
Susan says I think it would frustrate me as I think I have a neurodivergent brain because I can't stop my thoughts.
I know, that's how I sort of feel. Although I can control my thoughts pretty good. I think I can control my thoughts. We're going to have to clean the windshield. We're going to get a little spray. I'm going to have to clean the windshield. Like, one thing I am very good at is being able to focus on something to avoid pain. Like, if I'm in a situation where I am experiencing pain, physical pain, I do have the ability to separate myself from it. I'm pretty good at that. All right, here we go.
Donna says that why I think about breathing or being on the beach.
Yeah, I think about, being on the beach is good. Focusing on your breathing is really good. I set myself, you're going to be shocked at this, but I do a driving thing. Like, I can visualize myself driving like to the beach or driving, really anywhere. But I say the beach because it's kind of like a wide open, flat roadway. All right, here we go. Here we go. Wednesday morning at Lenny's. People are in there. I don't see that. There he is. There he is. Good morning. How are you?
Good, good.
Thank you.
What?
Where were you? Oh, were you all the way? Were you at the sink? All day. That was there to remind me to wipe the windshield. Lenny's is a pretty normal delivery, although I think they only got 25 chocolate top cookies today. but we're in the middle of their week. Let's put you up here. Sign still out. What do we got? We got 25 chocolate chip cookies, 26 Danish, 2 croissants, an apple turnover, an apple fritter, a couple of raspberry cookies. There's the raspberry cookies on there underneath. And a few rainbow cakes. Here comes Danish. 12. And 12 is 24. It's math. We'll turn this into like a math lesson. I'll be like Sesame Street. Plus 2 more is 26. There's my apple fritter, my apple turnover, and a couple of croissants. And here, we've got 1 large rainbow cake and 4 halves. Okay. That's it. Hello. Coming through, coming through. Thank you. That's right. All right. There's the trays. All right, see you tomorrow. I thought that's what you were doing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. It's kind of weird. There's only 2 days. It's a little weird. A little weird. Okay. A little weird. But we're going to go with it. All right. It is 5:50. Good. We're making good time. We got the Gourmet girls today. We've got 4 boxes back there. Oh, wait. We're going to wipe the windshield. Although I think we're going to get more spray. It's going to be one of those days. It rained earlier. So the road causing us issues today. All right. Seatbelt. Let's see if I can tell you what this guy's name is. Probably care. 438. Boom, boom, boom. Let me go back here. So the meditation guy that he was talking about, his name is Joe Dispenza, Dispenza. That's the guy, the meditation guy that he was talking about. So I didn't really look at any of his stuff. But that's the person that he's been talking about, is like this amazing meditation guy. And then what is his name? Let's see if I can find it. I look at way too many videos. Like, how do I ever get anything done? I don't see it. Today, no. Oh, I watched a guy that did like a. His name is Ross Claffey, Claffey, Claffey. I just did my first general meditation. It made me cry. That's not the one. Goodness, I watched a bunch of them. Hold on, guys. I'm going to give you. I did the judgment. My dad died suddenly when I was 12 years old. I think this is the one. Anyway, this is in case you guys are wondering, I'm going to give you the link. So the guy, the meditation guy, is Joe Dispenza, Dispenza.
Now Morgan says good morning.
Morgan, what's up? All right, we gotta move. But they were the names. All right, off to Gourmet Girls. Gourmet Girls. Not too many people at the gym. Kind of slow. Goodness. So a second ago, I was scrolling through my YouTube history to find those names, and I can't believe how many videos I looked at yesterday. Like, it's embarrassing. You know, that's the other thing. I think that like when you meet somebody, like I'm way past any age where I'm gonna, you know, date anybody or do anything
Donna
like
says
that.
I need to get motivated to do stuff and not just spend so much time watching screens.
I know. That's what. Yeah. Well, see, that's what I was talking about. Like I looked at that. I just looked at my history from yesterday, and I'm like, what did I do? Like, how could I have watched all those videos? Maybe some of them I didn't watch the whole thing. But yeah, I need to exercise more self-control and just open. Like sometimes what I have to do is just say to myself, I'm not going to open any other browser windows, whatever I'm doing. If I'm trying to pay my bills or I mean, some of the stuff I have to do it online. So I need to be on the computer, but it's so easy to click on something.
Donna says it's a rabbit hole.
It is. Next thing you know, you're like 2 hours later. And that's what happened to me yesterday with this guy. I don't even know. I mean, I don't know anything about the guy I was talking about, although it was very interesting. I'm intrigued. And then I don't know anything about this meditation guy. He might be a total loon. I don't know. But I feel like I need to find out. But yeah, I need to. That's what I kind of liked my day without electricity because I didn't do anything. I wasn't online at all. Of course, it was bad because then I couldn't.
Morgan says I allow myself 1 hour in the morning and 1 in the evening to just scroll.
And you stick to that pretty good. I should do something like that. I should, because you can get absorbed. Of course, I'm sitting here doing a live stream telling people they shouldn't spend so much time online. It's a bit hypocritical. They've just got so good at being able to, suggest stuff that you probably do want to see. Probably falls into your category of things you'd be interested in. They've become very, very good at that. And you can't blame them. I mean, that's what their business, like if you look at YouTube or any of these things, that's what they do. The whole purpose of their business is to capture your attention and keep it as long as possible.
Morgan says other than that I have to be either listening to an audiobook or I have a movie on while I'm decorating cookies.
Well, I do listen a lot. That's some of the stuff that it looks like I'm watching. I'm really just listening to it. And sometimes I do listen to books. I listen to less books now than I did before. I listen to more YouTube podcast stuff. I used to listen to a lot of books. I used to listen a lot when I was when I was driving the van in the mornings. Got a trash truck. All right, what do we got going on here? I think they just finished. We've got dumpsters to the right and a dump truck backing up, so I think that's a good sign. Oh, there's that van is there again. It's there in my spot. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right. Let me head over there. I will. Should I turn you guys around? Look in the back. Let's do it that way so you guys can see out the back.
John says I draw a lot, so can be content with paper and pencil, and I have zero artistic ability. Decided to practice and draw better.
Drawing's kind of fun. I think that's neat. I like to write. Like, to me, I like having, like, I'd rather, if I'm going to journal something, I'd rather do it on paper and pencil or pen rather than type it. Let's see if they're in there. The door's open. Probably isn't. Guy, can you see that guy that just got out of there? Hello, it's me. Me again. I know. What's the deal with this thing? There we go. I think they got a cake order. Oh, you can't see the guy. Oh. You really should. Okay, here we go. This is it. This is it. No, not good. Okay. We are off to WhatADay. Off to WhatADay. Here we go. Maybe they weren't expecting me. All right, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. We normally don't make a delivery on Wednesdays. So here we go. Off to WhatADay. 112 donuts in the van. What I want to do, I want to get something that I can put between the camera and the roof of the car, like right above the windshield, where it's, I think like if I had like a cushiony thing, it would only have to be like an inch thick. I think that would reduce some of the vibration. And I was riding through the neighborhood yesterday and saw some serious damage. I didn't realize that the storm that we had Saturday night that caused my electricity to go out must have been pretty intense. Like almost, it was very windy at my house, but it wasn't like as bad as some of the locations I saw. Almost like, I don't want to say a tornado. I mean, I'm sure we did not have a tornado, but it was that kind of thing. There must have been bursts of wind in some sections because there were a lot of trees down and trees that were like leaning into power lines and stuff. Like I could see why it was difficult to get the electricity back on because there were, I think it was pretty widespread, intense winds.
Susan says maybe a microburst.
Yeah, maybe. That's what it looked like. I mean, because it's concentrated. What I saw yesterday, I rode past a section of the road where it was just, you could see it was so much worse than anything nearby. I would like to see a tornado, though, in real life. There's not a lot of people out this today. There's no rattling noise, man. I'm telling you. I think I'm gonna. I might take the van after I'm done. Try the duct tape idea that Janet had. I was on a roll last night with Kendra did her live stream, and she played the game. I'm not sure what it's called. It's the one where she has a word match or something, where she's got a card that has one word on it, and then either before or after it, you're filling it blank. So, like if the word was red blank, you might say red light or red dress or whatever. But so she thinks of a word, and then it's whoever guesses what word she has thought of to fill in that blank. It's a pretty fun game, and it works really good online in a live chat because people could, you know, you can type in your guess. The only thing you got to be careful of online is keeping your connection refreshed so that, I mean, I think I've gotten in the habit of doing that all the time anyway, because what'll happen is if somebody's live stream like just buffers or blips for a second or anything can cause it, but you can end up being behind, you know, where like if you look at the little live, if you hover over the screen and the little live button doesn't have the red light next to it, means you're watching the live, but you're like you could be, I don't know, you could be way behind, but you're usually like a few minutes behind for some reason or another. And you don't even know it. It's very hard to let people know that they're behind, because by the time they hear you say they're behind, they've already been. It's weird. It's a weird situation to find yourself in. But anyway, I do check that periodically, because if you're playing a game like that and you're, even if you're like 15 or 30 seconds behind, you're at a strong disadvantage, because while other people are guessing, they have a head start on you and you don't even know it. And then it gets kind of goofy, because you're like, if you're ever in that situation, you're like 30 seconds or a minute behind the live stream. You're watching it, but you're not at the current spot, and you're like answering questions that have been asked a minute ago. You know, because you're listening to the chat, the person's like, all right, well, blah, 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 and they make a comment or ask a question, and you answer it, but really, people answered it a minute ago.
Donna says nice that she did something interactive.
Yeah, I do like that game. I was on a roll. I think we just sort of played freelance. It wasn't like an actual contest last night. So everybody was just guessing, and we were just going one question at a time. We weren't keeping score. But if we had been keeping score, I think I would have done pretty good last night, because I was on a roll. I was matching. I was typing pretty quick. I was on my game last night for at least the first 15 or 20 minutes. AJ will be happy today. When I left this morning, I told him, I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm going to Weaver's. So I'm either going to be back.
Fred Wagoner says silence is loud.
Silence is loud. It's gold, too. What are these people doing? This roadway, I could pass more on this roadway than anywhere else. Yes, I'm allowing time for meditation this morning, Fred. I was trying to meditate. Trying to put everybody in a meditative state. I think we should do it. We should try to meditate for like 30 days. I mean, not actually meditate for 30 days. That would be crazy. But meditate for at least 5 minutes a day for 30 days. I mean, 5 minutes. What is 5 minutes? 5 minutes is nothing.
Donna says it's because I have to type to participate here.
You have to type yes.
Donna says, but if I were talking, watch out.
That's a good point. The typing requirement kind of restricts your communication a little bit. Skill though. It's a skill to be able to sit quietly. It really is. And I do think that it's probably good to have no, like I usually have some kind of audio. I don't always have the TV or the computer on, but I will have some kind of audio running in the background all the time. And it probably is good to not have that every now and then. So let your mind kind of go where it needs to go. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try 5 minutes. And we don't even have to do 30 days. We can just do the rest of July. For the rest of July, I'm going to try to meditate for 5 minutes a day. That's my thing. See, and all of this came out of some chance YouTube suggestion.
Donna says, okay, I will do it today and report back tomorrow.
All
At
right.
least 5 minutes with no distractions at all.
I think we can do 5 minutes. And I mean, it's okay if like you fight with your brain for 5 minutes, trying to calm it down. That's all right, as long as you just try to stay focused for 5 minutes. I'm going to do it right now. No, I'm just kidding. Can you meditate and drive at the same time? Like, that's probably not doable,
Donna
right?
says, oh, there will be fighting. LOL.
I don't think you can drive and meditate at the same time. You probably have to think too much. There's that car that passed us right there in front of us now.
Bree says, good morning, everyone. What are we doing for 5 minutes? Now Donna says, no distractions.
Well, no distractions, but like if it's your head, if it's in your mind and you're just trying to like calm your mind down, you can count that. This is our first, we're just starting. So we're gonna say that's okay. Good morning, Mookie. We're trying to meditate. We're gonna meditate for 5 minutes a day. To start. I mean, 5 minutes is nothing. You can do like a guided thing or whatever if you want to do it that way. Whatever works.
Donna says, if something enters your mind, tell it to leave. Now Fred Wagner says, if you had a self-driving car, you could meditate and drive.
Yeah, good point. Good point. That's true. Mookie, are you a meditator? Do you meditate? Do you believe there are benefits to meditating? I think our gas prices have jumped up a little bit again.
Bree says, clearing your mind and emptying it of all thoughts while driving does not sound like a good defense in the courtroom.
But I was at peace when I ran into the back of that truck. Oh, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. All right, we did it. But I think one of the reasons I've probably not picked up the skill is because I didn't give it enough time. I don't think. I think you have to practice it for a while before you get good at it.
Bree says, I do the opposite of meditation. I get as angry as possible so my blood pressure gets a good workout.
Like, do you get the veins bulging out of your forehead and stuff? Like, do you get that? red look on your face. I don't think I get really mad very often. It's good though. It's good to get your heart rate up. It's like an aerobic exercise. I mean, this guy I was watching yesterday was talking about how when you visualize something, if you just close your eyes and kind of visualize something, your brain doesn't know the difference between whether you've really done something. Like it experiences it the same way if you do it versus if you just imagine it. It's kind of the same to your brain. Which sounds kind of weird, but maybe that's true. Sweet five. Coming in at a different angle so that the camera mount will be better. We'll see if it works.
Bree says I am actually pretty mellow most times. But I think it's funny to get fake upset and bothered about mundane things such as cat or another animal looking at me in a funny way.
You know, speaking of animals, I've noticed, and it's recently I've picked up on this too. My dog is extremely in tune with like my feelings. It's almost crazy. Like I don't even have to say anything. But if I'm, as an example, if he's sitting at, oops, wait a minute. All right, I got to come back to this. The door's open. Let me go. Leaving you in suspense. See. Good morning. I'm good. How are you? All right, let's see what we got here. Goodness. Getting all loud in here. All right, here we go. We gotta get gas today. We're getting gas today. Hey, did you all see that yesterday? There's a building in New York that I don't know. I think it was under construction. They were doing something to it. I don't think it's a new building, but I think it was, they were working on it. And it's like got a steel beam that's all bent, and they're like worried that it's going to fall down. Did you guys see that? I'm assuming it didn't fall down, or I would have seen it. I thought that was kind of crazy. They actually had a live stream yesterday in YouTube where they were just looking at it. Like it was just a live stream. Delivery truck pulled up. All right. Get these donuts and what the? This thing will not stop rolling. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Let's load them up. 112 donuts coming your way. Glazed. 2 little vanilla. I guess white was vanilla. A few more vanilla, a few M&Ms, a few Butterfinger, Butterfinger. Smooth as butter.
This story about Craig and his dog will be top notch. An unstable building story will also be interesting to hear.
Good morning. Well, I don't know.
You work here?
No, just deliver. Do I work here? Do I work here? I will. Anyway, look, I'm just like filling these donuts up. You know, I like to show my donuts. Oh, look. I like. This is the new little. See the. They're not Jimmy's. They're like little dots. I like them. Fancy, fancy. No, I looked at a live stream yesterday. This is really all I know about the building. But there's a building in New York. I think it's like 40-something Street, maybe 41st Street, downtown Manhattan. And you can see, like, there's one of the main structure beams at the bottom is all bent, like some steel beam is bent, and they're worried that it's going to collapse. The building's going to collapse. So they had a live stream, like legitimate news stations were watching it. All right. See you guys later. Did that guy come in here? Did you see there's a guy out there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Bring you a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
There we go. Oops. Turn that off. All right, so we got the door open for him, so our produce and meat guy can fill up his. All right. What did I do? Wait a minute, I didn't read that. I didn't see the whole thing.
Donna says no sound. Now Breeze says make the thumbnail of this video the moment you gave that fellow delivery driver the stink eye. Now Donna says okay now. Now Breeze says hello to you. Kicking it.
Did I give him the stink eye? I didn't even know if I did. If I did, I'm going to look at that. I'll do it. I'll do it. Did I really do it? I didn't mean to give him the stink
Breeze
eye.
says hello at Donaku594.
All right. What am I doing now? Oh, who's this? Somebody's pulling up next to me. All right, we're leaving. We're leaving.
Breeze says when he was leaving you did.
Really? So he didn't see me give him the stink eye.
Donna says hello to Mookie and everyone.
All right, here we go. Why did I give him the stink eye? I don't know why I would have done that, but I believe you. So the building thing, that's really all I know about the building thing, is that as of last night, the last time I saw it, they were just watching the building because they were afraid that it was going to collapse. So they had everybody, obviously everybody was evacuated from the building, but I think the streets had been closed down because, I mean, they were almost acting like it was inevitable that it was going to fall, but I don't know. Maybe it did fall. I didn't see anything about it this morning, but I didn't spend a lot of time online. So that's that story. But the thing about AJ that I was going to say was so if I'm home, and we're just sitting around, he's sitting.
Breeze says how tall is this building?
I want to say it looked like it was maybe 30 or 40 stories.
Janet says hi there at Mookie and at Donna and the rest of the crew.
Janet, good morning. I think it was, so it was like, it wasn't a super tall skyscraper, but it was up there. Maybe 30, 40 floors. Yeah, we do have to get gas today. But my AJ thing, we were talking about sensing anger or frustration or whatever. He's like so in tune. Like he can be sitting across the room from me, just like minding his own business. And if I'm reading something and it's like, or something doesn't open up properly on my phone or something, anything. If it's just like some tiny little thing and I get like a little twinge of frustration or, anything like that, he's like right on it. He'll come over and look at me like, are you okay? I mean, I don't have to say anything. I don't have to, he just like can sense if I have some kind of feeling like that. It's weird. It's very, very in tune. He's very in tune. He's very in tune to my feelings. But yeah, I think the building, I mean, granted, if it doesn't, as long as it doesn't fall down, it probably won't be such a big story, but it's got, it didn't look good yesterday. I mean, I would think they're going to have to take
Bree
it
says,
down.
do you sob uncontrollably when an app does not open on your phone?
No. I mean, that's a silly example. But, you know, like just some frustrating little thing happens. And I could make no noise. No, I'm not sobbing uncontrollably. I've made no noise. So if there was another human being sitting in the room, they wouldn't know anything was wrong. I mean, like, it's just something in my mind. And yet he somehow knows. So, like, come over and be like, are you okay? Like, he gives me that look. He doesn't actually say, are you okay? Because he can't speak English. But he does give me that look. Like, are you okay? Is everything all right? He's sensitive. He's a sensitive guy. He doesn't like it if I pull out the fly swatter. As soon as I pull out the fly swatter, he doesn't like it. And I've never hit him with the fly swatter. Let me make that clear. He's never been hit by the fly swatter. But I think he knows that the fly swatter kills things. So, and no, I don't go berserk with the fly swatter. But he leaves the room if I need to kill a fly.
Donna says it's the vibe you are giving off.
It is. That's what I mean. He's totally in tune to my vibe.
Bree says animals are more sensitive than human beings, and I think they are more in tune with your feelings. Plus the fly swatter training session helps.
I mean, I see him leave the room, and I know that in his head, he's like, something's going to die. It's not going to be me. I'm leaving. I'm going back to the bedroom. I'm not going to watch this.
Donna says I still want to see him putting the ball in your path while you mow.
Oh yeah, I need to.
Now Bree says look out. Craig is in killing mode again.
Okay. That's what he thinks. And I do get kind of excited about killing a fly. I mean, sometimes I try to like kill them while they're flying. You know what I mean? Like instead of waiting for them to land somewhere, I'll try to like get them while they're midair. It's not easy.
Reese says, do you think your dog would pick up on the same vibe if it was me who had trouble opening a phone app, or is it just you?
That's a good question. I think that he'd probably be able to sense it in other people as well. Once he's like settled down and he's not like super friendly, run up to strangers kind of dog. He's friendly.
Reese says, just to be clear, I have no problem opening a phone app. Now Donna says, I got a Zebo flying insect trap, but sad to see the wall of dead bugs.
Yeah, it is amazing how many there are sometimes. I go through a period, it's already passed, but every year I have like a couple of days where I have like, I guess they're flying ants. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're not flies, they're like flying ants. They're like little ants, but they fly around. And that I seem to have a day or two every year where I see a bunch of them. Like,
Reese says, I agree, at Donaku594. Now Donna says, I thought I had one or two, but I was wrong.
oh, we're going. It's gonna be ready. Yeah. We've been pushing the lights today. I gotta calm down.
Reese says, Craig defined flying ants as little ants that fly around. I appreciate the attention to detail.
Well, I say that because when they only, I only see them for like a day or two every year. That's it. And like when it happens, originally you're kind of like looking, thinking, I just got like these little flies. Like, what's going on? And then you realize that it's the flying ants. And they seem to come and
Donna says, I found out some tiny flying bugs are attracted to humans' exhale.
really? So they like to fly around your mouth. It's kind of, that's not good. So we're going to get gas. Crystal's going to be there. I don't have a cookie. Last week was her birthday. She went to Lancaster for the weekend with her husband. They had a jacuzzi in the room. These are all things I know. She's going someplace to eat where you can eat free on your birthday. forget what place she said that. Might have to go back and look at that video before we stop. Kidding. Do you guys know what I'm talking about though with flying ants? They're like, of course, sort of have the same thing with ants. Like, you ever notice that's just
Bree
like,
says this is the start of some sort of horror movie. Now Bree says she is married.
she is married. That's true. Married, 2 kids.
Janet says aren't flying ants called termites?
I don't think these are termites.
Now Bree says if you have nothing else, share with Crystal the flying ant story. Now Donna says ask her if she meditates. No, don't. Just kidding.
Meditate, Crystal. I don't know about Crystal. I think her husband probably meditates though. Sounds like he's a gamer. Remember, because she said while she's in the jacuzzi, her husband was going to be playing video games. I think that restaurant used to be the Green Turtle, and I think they should take their. What's this person do? We got a BJ's employee. BJ's employee. It's not Crystal. There she is. She's out there doing her. In front of you. Yes, I did it. I did. I went right in front of her. She's out there with her tank. She's got to dry the tank.
Bree says she could start a new YouTube channel called Meditating with Crystal with Crystals.
With crystals, yeah. Crystals are a thing. All right, there we go. Where she is back. All right, guys. I think it's. I got anything else I need? No. Okay, here we go. I'm getting gas. You guys can still see our little crystal. What are we paying today, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning. How was your weekend? It was awesome. Was it? Read my car. There we go. Oh, I'll walk over there. Car. What are we paying for this gas today? $3.14 is what we're paying. $3.14 a gallon, ladies and gentlemen. That's not bad. Seems like it's been going up. How's that? We'll see.
Bree says for Crystal, seeing the bakery van is either a pleasant surprise or a reason to have the police on speed dial.
She already finished. She finished her thing. So did you get your jacuzzi?
Oh, yeah.
Good. That's good.
I didn't realize how powerful the jets were.
Yeah.
I put a little bit of the soap in there, bubbles were everywhere.
Oh, all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was so much fun. We ate so much.
Did you get your free birthday meal?
Yeah.
Good, good, good.
We went for breakfast because breakfast is better than the lunch dinner.
Oh, yeah. I like breakfast. That's really one of my favorite meals. Yeah.
And my husband goes, I'm going to go to the omelet station. I said, you do that. I'm going to go to the French toast. They had little pancakes. And I had my coffee. And we just sat there and we just ate and ate and ate.
Yeah.
And then we were like, well, what should we do now? I was
Right.
like, we can't go to the hotel till 4 o'clock.
Oh.
So we went bowling.
Well, that's fun.
and sightseeing. Of course, he beat me.
Was the weather pretty good in the bowling? He
yeah.
beat you? Yeah.
It was awesome. It was warm. But
Yeah.
when we got there, we try to get there as early as we can because the line was so long. But they
Oh,
moved
yeah.
fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was, the place is huge. And we ate.
And is it all like buffet style? All of it's but yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
That's good.
Ate so much.
That's good. What was the name of it again?
Shady Maples.
Shady Maples. Okay.
Yeah, in Lancaster. And we were sightseeing and going to people's farms. They let us on their farm. I was like, oh,
The Amish people?
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, oh. And they're like, it's your birthday? I was like, yeah. And they sung happy birthday to me.
Oh.
I was like, oh. this
Well,
is
they don't.
nice.
No, they don't like their picture taken there, right?
No,
Yeah,
no,
you can't
they
do that.
don't.
Yeah.
So I was like, I left my phone in the car. So they let me pet the horses.
That's nice. That's neat.
That was the first time. Like, cause they
Like a
were-
little farm. Like you're, yeah.
I was like, oh wow, this is cool. And then they told us about a restaurant that was some ways down, and we went there, had lunch. It was so much fun. We just ate and ate and ate. There's a place called Lincoln Diner.
Yeah.
Big portions, very affordable. I found out there's one in York, Pennsylvania.
So that's a little closer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the crab dip, so good.
Oh, that'd be good.
Everything is homemade. And I got.
Now,
what
was
they
that a
call-
buffet too?
No,
Oh, okay. That's, yeah.
just a regular. But it they had this thing called a crab cake grilled cheese. Huge crab cake. Crab cake was falling off, and I was like,
With
oh my
like melted
gosh.
cheese all around it and stuff?
It was so good.
Oh my God.
And it was like
Sounds good.
it was melty, and I took
Yeah.
a picture of it. I said, hey, you got it. Like, you get one bite.
Right. Right. Right.
And
Right.
he was
Right.
like, that is incredible. I said, I know. We were like exchanging.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And then we went to, the next day, we went to a hibachi. It's called the Dragon Sushi and Hibachi. And it was $38 for the both of us for lunch. So it wasn't too bad.
That's not bad. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then,
That's
of
not
course,
too
that's
bad.
all you can eat.
Yeah.
We
That's
were
one of those
going
places too.
everywhere. And we saw the fireworks.
And so you had decent weather for Saturday night. We had some serious storms
Yeah,
down here.
It went through because when we finally emerged out of the hotel, we saw that trees and stuff was
All that.
everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, so it did go through
It-
there.
it went
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we
Wow.
made it out safely to where we could actually see some fireworks because a
That's
lot
good.
of the stuff they had canceled because of the storm that went through.
Yeah.
And we were checking in on everybody that was down here because we knew the storm definitely
it
hit.
was bad.
And it was really rough.
We had some sections that
And
really got hit.
I think one of the ladies at the hotel, she said there was some electricity out.
Mine was out. My electricity was out from Saturday night, like 6 o'clock until Sunday night. It's like 24 hours. My electricity was out. Yeah.
Yeah, my sister lost her power, and they had to get a generator.
Yeah, I should get a generator. I don't have one, but I should.
Yeah, she sent her husband out to get one. I was like, that's a good idea.
Now, where does she live? Was she nearby?
She lives near Dundalk.
Oh, okay. So over that side.
Yeah,
I saw the map. Like when you plug in if your power's out to see if they're working on it. And it was pretty spread out. There were like a lot of areas where people were out of power.
It was a little scary. I called my mama and she's like, we're all right. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I said, we're coming home tomorrow. She goes, good, because I miss all my children.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because usually I spend my birthday with her. And we go out for breakfast and do shopping. But I decided to do something a little different.
Yeah, that's good.
And for the first time,
it worked out really good.
I did not buy a birthday cake for the first time. I just got a slice.
Oh,
that we were
going
everywhere.
Oh, yeah, because you were all over the place.
Yeah, we were everywhere. And my husband goes, hey, tell him it's your birthday. I was like, it's my birthday. And
yeah.
like, oh, we have something for you. Like,
yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. Excellent.
Working it.
Sounds good. Exactly. Until next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next year, I don't know what we plan on doing. I told him, I said, well, maybe we'll do something closer to home.
Yeah.
Like family. And
Yeah.
Because my son goes, how you not going to have me at the birthday party?
Right.
Having a birthday party. He goes, well, you're too old anyway.
Oh, man. Kids. Yeah.
He said he don't care about nobody.
No, yeah. Anybody over 15 is old to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody is old.
That's crazy. All right. Good seeing you. All right, guys. I know you got a little smart alecky things to say. I need to get place the nozzle. Okay. Do you want a receipt? Yes. Oh. Goodness gracious. All right, everybody, here we go. We got gas. Look, that's where all the supplies are in that little cabinet. Hold on over there. Crazy man. Oh, so we're all caught up with Crystal now. I'll have to, from my thumbnail, I'll have to decide between me standing there talking to Crystal or my
Freeze says, what was the gas total?
snarky look. $38. $38. We were like, I want to say we were, that's a quarter.
Freeze says, Crystal is very nice.
She is very nice. She is very nice. I haven't been to an all-you-can-eat buffet type restaurant in years. There used to be a place in, I think there were a few around here, but they were also up in Pennsylvania. It was called Duff's.
420 says, where are y'all at? Now he says you can tell she is also a good employee and can interact with even the most annoying customers.
Yes, she does. She has very high quality customer service skills. We are, where are we at? Well, we're in Maryland, but we are headed back to the bakery. We finished our last delivery. We got some gas, and now we're going back to the bakery. We had 3 deliveries today. We had
says hello there at Bacon 420. And 420 says, oh hi from Colorado.
Colorado in the house. So it is Colorado 2 hours different. Are you like 5:15 a.m.? I think Colorado is 2 hours. It's early in Colorado right now. Bike
420 says, yeah, sun's already up.
Really? I guess.
Now Bree says, do you have good views of mountains at Bacon 420?
Colorado's got some pretty good sights. Pikes Peak. I've been to Pikes Peak.
420 says you. Pikes Peak is right outside. We have NORAD and the Stargate too.
I've been to Pikes Peak a couple times. I have a jacket. I actually bought a jacket at the top of Pikes Peak. I forget exactly what time of year I was there, but it was one of those. It was not summertime, but it was, it was cool. But it was snowing when we got to the top of Pikes Peak. It was not.
Bree says that's pretty awesome at Bacon 420. Bacon 420 says we get our friends from Texas High and then we drive them up Pikes Peak. They keep all the way down because my wife's driving.
It's a very windy road. I do remember that. It's very windy. I also went to that spot. They just call it.
420 says I think it needs a lot more geared rails, but then the Pikes Peak hill climb races wouldn't be as scary.
Yeah, I remember that. It was a little unnerving sometimes. I feel like there was some park I went to there too. There was like a gorge. There was a bridge or something. Crossed a gorge. Does that sound right? I remember feeding a deer. I was there and we had I had a bag of sun chips. And
420 says, did you see the Garden of the Gods here too?
I believe so. Garden of the Gods. Yes, I believe I did see that. I don't remember the park I was in where we were feeding deer. Like the deer just like walked up to you. They don't walk up to you in Maryland. The deer run away from you in Maryland.
And 420 says Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. Now Breeze says sun chips. It's the attention to detail. What happened with the sun chips?
That's
Bacon 420 says they can't resist that crunch.
that's what they were eating. I had a bag of sun chips, and that's what we were feeding the deer. Like to me, I think it was like, I don't know if it was the first time I ever had sun chips, but for some reason that just, every time I eat sun chips, I think of those deer. And I used to eat sun chips a lot because that was the chips that they had at Subway. If I go to Subway, now you're getting way more information than you ever wanted. See what you did?
Breeze says very romantic. And 420 says exactly. Always sun chips at Subway.
There, yep. See, you know what I'm talking about. I've kind of moved on from Subway though. I'm more of a Jersey Mike's sub now.
And 420 says that's right. You get twice the meat for the same price there.
What, at Jersey Mike's? Is that right? I never thought about it that way. I like their I just like their tuna and stuff like that. And it does, now that you say that, it does seem like you're getting more in your sub. It looks like it's going to turn out to be a pretty decent day here.
Breeze says where does Jimmy John's rank in the sub shop hierarchy?
They're pretty good. I think I would put them second.
420 says Colorado is all low fat, so they replaced all the sandwich shops with pita pits.
Oh, really? I don't know if I like that. I feel like I would miss my fat. Wow, there's a tiny little baby.
And 420 says needs more bacon. Put bacon on anything. Bree says, is there an update on the Lenny sign?
The Lenny sign is still out. I noticed it this morning when we were down there. Still out.
420 says what are you baking?
What are we baking? Well, we're not really baking anything right now, but the bakery has treats. Like, it's not bread. It's not like a bread type bakery. It is a treats, like cupcakes, cookies, cakes, donuts, Danish, all that kind of stuff. Eclairs, all the good stuff, sweet stuff, sugary stuff. All right, guys, what are we gonna do?
420 says dessert.
Yes, it's all it's all dessert stuff. All right, guys, that is the end of our journey today. 3 deliveries. They're all completed. And we're good to go. And we got gas. So we're in good shape. I'm going to check out my thumbnail. I like the idea. If I've got a smirky look, I'm going to use that. If not, I'm going to use the crystal one. I think that'll work. So I will be back. Tomorrow's Thursday, but I'll be back on because I'll be driving again tomorrow. We should probably have 2 deliveries tomorrow. So, and it'll start at 5:15. I know normally I'm not on Thursdays, but Jen and Bob are on vacations. So I got one more Thursday
420
to go.
says I just made some crepes. Stuffed with bananas and peanut butter and some bourbon caramel sauce. Bacon 420 says woo-woo.
That sounds
now
good.
Bree says thanks for the ride.
That sounds
Take
very
care, everyone. Now Donna says have a great day all. Remember to meditate.
Yes, 5 minutes meditation. That's our thing. I'm going to report back tomorrow and let you know that I did it and how it went. 5
Bree
minutes.
says I will think deeply about it. At Donaku594.
It's only 5 minutes, Mookie. We're only asking for 5 minutes a day for the rest of July. Not even a whole month. All right, everybody. Thanks again for riding along. Appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow. I'm out.